Hi everybody, I hope you're doing great. I want to welcome you into December 2023. I'm going to do a journey into the energies, but I also want to share some energy healing, specifically for the Solar Plexus Chakra, which is all about emotional gut stuff. I feel like our energy sometimes it rises above feeling the emotions. Like we put the emotions into our mind, but we don't want to just be present with, let's say, the feeling of emptiness. Instead of feeling empty, we'll feel angry that we can't be in control of something that should be easy. We're angry at this person that they can't get it together. We're sad because we have anger here, and then beneath the surface of anger is usually sadness. But beneath the surface of sadness, there could be emptiness. There could be a dissatisfaction that creates a void, right? And so we're working through emotions and going deeper and deeper into being completely present with the way it feels to be alive. But we can also feel joy too. Sometimes you have to practice feeling joy. I just did a session where I was talking about this. Like we can get associated with, it's almost like a familiarity with a conflict, that we lack a familiarity with the joy. So you have to literally take time out of your day to make sure to feel present with joy, and that you actually feel present with joy. You have a right and a rhyme and a reason to feel present with joy. It's important because joy is a part of you too. And so whether you have a rhyme and a reason for joy, you like, oh, I had this wonderful thing happen today. I feel joyful because. It's like, I have no reason to feel joyful today. Therefore, I am going to feel joyful because I want to feel joyful. I want to feel joyful for me. So emotions are kind of interesting because we think a lot and we think and feel a lot in here in our minds. But if we just let go of the thoughts and we let go of what emotions get caught up in here, like we get intense in here, we get stuck in a loop in here. We get really sad in our memories when we reflect on them and go round and round in circles in here. But we don't just stop this, okay, and just go down into our stomachs and where we digest information that makes us feel vulnerable. Because if we're present with what makes us feel vulnerable, we're actually working through it instead of talking our way and thinking our way and expressing our way without stopping to be a little bit more critical, without the critical. Because this isn't about thinking, this is just about being present with what it feels like to be human. And if there is emptiness in there, the only way to heal the emptiness is be present with it, because now you're filling in the empty space by being present with it. Now you're giving yourself time, right, to feel joy. So you're allowing yourself to feel joy instead of emptiness. Somewhere inside all of us, there's always going to be some kind of void. We're going to know about it or we're going to not know about it, but something about being human, how we work through our feelings, we really don't. We can get very intense here in our heads and in our throats and our voices. Our hearts can feel broken, but God forbid we go in that place. That place is vulnerable. That solar plexus place is very vulnerable. And our sacral chakra, very vulnerable, because that's about the sacredness of who we are and how we share ourselves intimately with others. That's like sacredness, the sacredness of love, the sacredness of loving exchanges, how you feel loved by your parents, by your best friends, by your soulmates, whether you're married to them or they're your friends, right? So we have lots of soulmates. And so that can really impact our emotions, solar plexus, and our sacral chakras. It's something in the energies are telling me, yeah, let's look into December, but let's also work on our emotions. Let's work on our feelings so that we can be present in another part of ourselves that's not always up in here in our heads. And when we move our presence into other places, we can start to nurture and heal them, because we are angels to ourselves, you know? And so you look for someone to help you, but you have yourself right now, right here, right now. It's kind of an eye roll, like, oh, great, here we go again. I can help myself again today. God forbid someone could come around and help me. You know, it could feel that way sometimes. But you have to love the fact that you always have you. And you are worth having in your own life. And you are the angel for yourself. And let that happen. And now be kind to you. Be very kind to you. And love you tenderly, like from the heart. Love that you are sacred. Love that you are love. Love that you are light. Love yourself for knowing what it's like to feel emptiness, to feel loneliness, to feel misunderstood, to feel judged or whatever, without thinking about it. Because once we think about it, we start attaching, we start going around and around. But if we just stop that, we just go move our mind. It's very easy to move your mind. All you do is like, it's almost like You allow your eyeballs to be in your stomach for a minute. But that's your mind is now in your stomach area. And actually feel what it feels like to be in there. We're pulling the energies down so we're actually in our bodies and not popped up and out, because we avoid these lower spaces, because there's a lot of authenticity that is required down there. You got to be authentic. You got to really understand where your emotions are coming from by being present with them and remembering to feel joy too. Give yourself love. Okay, so let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, we got December, we got 2023, it's holidays. Sometimes it's an exciting time for some, and other people not so much. And so we all feel differently about this time of the year, but I will say once it gets to 2024, like once you cross that weird line between last year and this new year or something, it's like you're in a totally another world. Like I know when I get into 2024, it's like I just crossed some weird invisible barrier between one reality and another reality that begins in January of 2024. I don't know why it happens. The next thing you know, it's going to be 2025. The next thing you know, it's going to be like 46. It just keeps happening. All right. So we're going to do some healing today, and we're going to share some wisdom. So how do we want to navigate this? I'm talking the universe here. I want to help those viewers that want to know more about what this is, want to feel more present with joy, want to clear out any kind of voids in their emotional gut, and just share some wisdom as we go about this time of year. Help people be their best self, feel like their best self. I hear this echo back about stress, and is stress an emotion? I usually find stress in the muscles. It's like, I don't know, some kind of it's like some kind of jelly that goes into the muscles. And so if you can eradicate stress, it's just like, it comes out of the muscles, but also comes out of the nerves. It's like, I don't know how stress does its thing, but I would identify it as an emotion. It feels like an emotion to me, but I often find it in muscles and nerves, okay? So let's say it is. Let's just say that we have stress in our solar plexus. We're going to start there. So I'm going to help to alleviate stress that may be in your solar plexus, and then stress that might build up on the muscles and in the nerves. Help you feel stress-free. Oh, well, so in the energy space, I see there's an elongated version of yourself. So you are also me, are also all of us, like we're all a part of this collective, okay? And I see you are sort of approaching me. You are actually approaching yourself, if you can keep up. All right, anyway, so your elongated version, you have a really tall, pointy hat on. You're just all pure white, like you've lost all the color. You have like sharp, jagged teeth. Your eyes are pure white even. You look very kind of demonic and scary and uncomfortable. And usually in the energy world, when something's out of balance, the picture that comes with it is a bit extreme, okay? So an imbalance is going to look a bit demonic, because demonic energy is broken energy. So there's a broken energy coming forward in the solar plexus. Instantly, I hug you and I say, oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. I'm so sorry to leave you hanging. I'm so sorry to cut you off. This is your relationship with yourself. This part just immediately starts to cry. Almost like needs a shoulder to lean on. And I start getting this huge list of if only this, if I had these things, or if these things could just go smoothly, or if these things would just manifest into my life, everything would be easy, and I wouldn't have to get all demonic and scary over it, and I wouldn't have to desperately need help or whatever. This is this sense of burden. If only I could fill in the blank, then I wouldn't have this burden. I don't know how to fill in the blank, therefore I have to carry this burden that I can't fix myself. And I need help to accept that, or work with that, or come to peace with that, or manifest that. So in this exchange, the demonic self is just crying, has been longing for your company, has been longing for you to get out of the head, go into the emotions and be present. Give it a hug. Cry with it. I know how you feel. Feel stressed out about this stuff too. I don't know what solutions we've got. Maybe it's okay to just feel stressed out about the things we can't change. Why can't we change them? I don't know. I don't know why we can't change them right now. It's not because we're not smart enough. We're not kind enough. We can't say things the right way enough. It's just there's a time for this and then there's a time for that. But now being present here is just a simple conversation. It's not helplessness. It's helpfulness. And then I hear, I love you. I love you so very much, and I'm so very sorry about your burdens. And I see this demonic energy become small, like a helpless child. I'm starting to see it's kind of like pressed into the back of the child. There's, I guess it's kind of like take metal and then create a rack of squares, okay, connected. It just like, it's pressed in, so I'm just like peeling it off the back. I don't know why it's there. It's just energy. It looks like this. It's hard sometimes to let go of things that are impressions. They become impressions. So what was impressed upon us at younger years or in our teenage years, or what is impressed upon us even today? How many impressions are placed upon us in these days? It's all about impressions, you know? It's like being impressed with someone and then wanting to aspire to be just like them. It's an impression. They made a good impression on you. But what kind of impressions aren't so good, but you still work with them for some reason? You know, here's an impression that's, I feel like there needs to be a relook at this. You could say if you grew up in a difficult neighborhood in poverty, the impression is you're always going to live in poverty in difficult times. So that's an impression. Did someone tell you that, or did the experience of growing up in this place make you believe that you were just going to do the same thing? And then how do you grow out of any impressions that you consciously thought or you subconsciously absorbed? So it's not like we intentionally choose this. They call it poverty consciousness. So even if you came into a lot of money, poverty consciousness would encourage you, and all the impressions that you've absorbed in, you would go back to your familiarity. So the energy that is most familiar, most comfortable for you, you might take all that money and spend it all away until you became at the most familiar vibrational point, even if that is a lack. That your impression that you absorbed is that you are of lack. Your life is of lack. It will always be of lack. Do you see how pretty intense it is to go in that solar plexus space? Because we don't know what impressions have been impressed upon you in yesteryear and then today even. Still working through impressions, right? And so the sorrow that we come across, and now what we're letting go off the back side of you, whatever energies on the back is just, it's like energies we don't know how to look at them, or we're putting them behind us because we're trying to move on. A lot of the memories of the past can really build up back there because we don't know how to reconcile them, so we just keep moving forward. So the back side of you is kind of an interesting energy space. All right, so removing impressions. This impressed upon you. Impressed upon you at a young age. Something feels much lighter. Something feels more functional. Something feels more like breathability. And you and yourself now kind of awakening to each other without tears this time. Just in an energy space, it looks circular. It has a lot of red energy in here. And there's a bit of a laughter about it. You ever go through something difficult? Like, let's say you have an argument with someone you love, and you just argue your way through it, both of you, until all of a sudden neither of you have anything to say. And then you just start laughing or joking just randomly. It's almost like you both got it all out of your system. It's like, okay, well, that happened. You know, it's kind of like that weird feeling like, you know what, we just had to feel like this. And now we don't need to feel like this anymore. We can just enjoy some laughter together. So we're getting it out of your emotional gut, okay? Helping you feel at ease and eradicating the stress involved in impressions, involved in loneliness, involved in the disconnect from yourself that happens in life, right? Because we get stuck in our head. So you and yourself are best friends. And you're holding hands and you're going deeper into the solar plexus together without fear. It's actually kind of an adventure to explore the mind of your emotions instead of the mind of your brain. That place is full of addictive thinking. All right. Okay, so this is deep stuff. Okay, there's another doorway here. And we're safe to go through it together. Sometimes it's hard to work on yourself alone. The door opens up and it's kind of intestinal looking. And it looks malnourished. It doesn't look... I want to say, imagine you just ate McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What might your intestines look like? It just wouldn't look quite right. There's something in the air here that says lacking balance. And there's a voice that says, I choose balance, I choose alignment, I choose health. I love myself enough to be kind to myself enough to give myself a good, healthy life. I want a good, healthy life for myself. Comes back to you loving you, the sacredness of yourself, but love is an emotion too, isn't it? It's a feeling. I don't feel stress, and I don't feel sadness. I feel like those things have been removed so that we can actually look at things with like open eyes, like, holy crap, it's been a while since I actually looked and saw this. Man, I need to take better care of myself, or more accountability, hold myself accountable for making healthier decisions, more self-loving decisions. It's hard work, man. It's not like it's easy, okay? Fixing yourself and your weird attractions to whatever, it takes work. It's like, bam, I'm all better now. In what way? Do you even know what you fixed and why it was out of balance in the first place? It's just a giggly moment. It's just like a loopy, giggly moment. And we're opening our eyes and saying, my gosh, I can love myself better. My gosh, I can see this. I can see this and I feel safe to see this and I can love myself better. I really can love myself better. I really can. And by me loving myself better, everything else in my life is going to improve. It just ripples out from you. Everybody picks up on it. You're becoming brighter and stronger in your relationship with yourself. Strengthens everything in your life. Just talking about it, just talking, whatever, talk, whatever, and just being present in here. So I'm in this space in your solar plexus, it looks like this. Kind of looks malnourished, out of balance, not in alignment. It just, you can just see it. You know, you just tell. And just talking about it, it's like, you know what, I'm present. I see. And I love you. I love you enough to care and to see. I love you enough to listen too. What do you want to say to me? Okay, it's so interesting. These intestines are just like an elongated esophagus. It's like, you know, inhale and exhale, but it's like inhaling and exhaling food. So when we eat, the food goes down in here and it obviously keeps going down unless it upchucks. But there's something weird about how the food flows. And there's something about breath involved in this. Like the intestines need to experience their own sense of exercise and their own sense of breath, inhale and exhale. So I see that what we're giving to your solar plexus, we're also giving to your digestive system, which is helping your intestines feel flow. Feel exercised, feel breath, feel loved and cared about. Those emotions of love are so healthy for the physical body. Oh my gosh, they heal you. Nurture is so healing. Most of the time, like if I am to heal someone's physical ailment, I will end up going into an emotional thing. So an emotional unresolved thing, it triggers weird aches and pains in the body. And that's the body's way of talking to you. So how does your back have a mouth and a throat to tell you, hey, stop doing this so I can feel better? No, it just starts to ache, okay? And then it'll keep aching. The things get out of whack in there. It's emotions and joy and laughter and camaraderie and releasing stress and breathing and exercising and all these things that help this flow and help create healthy emotions, help you build a better relationship with yourself, a better relationship with your body, better relationship with everything in your life, because from you, which is the nucleus of everything, as you build a strong relationship with you, a healthier, happier relationship, you impact, just without trying, the world around you. That's this message for December. Seems important that we just become a little more mindful. That's this message. It's just simply asking you to be mindful and pay attention to your feelings. Not think, well, I'm probably feeling like this because. No, just not that. Move your eyeballs, move your head into your stomach. Just give it a try. Just sit in there. Just hang out in there. You don't have to know what's going on. It's like I let pictures come to me, and that helps me to navigate. And the pictures I interact with and see how they interact with me, and they see that how they change. You're going to be able to do it, or it's going to get stuck in the pictures. It's just how often do you practice? I do this all the time. It comes natural to me. But just to choose to be in there no matter what comes or doesn't come, it's you still being mindful and choosing to care and love yourself enough to do it. Care and love yourself enough to even say, you know what, I need to open up feelings of joy. I want joy in my life. I'm gonna explore in my memories moments that were joyful. And then I'm gonna feel the memories of those moments of joy. And I'm gonna take those moments of joy, and in my eyeballs and in my mind, I'm going to move the moments of joy here into my stomach so joy can be digested, because I love myself enough to give myself joy. So that's what I've got for all of us. One thing echoes back here. I'm going to do this one last thing. And it's really important that you feel your feet on the ground, okay? Because when our energy is going to get like pulled up, they like get pulled up for some reason. We got to feel safe with our emotions, feel safe with our sacredness that's been defiled somewhere along the way. Feel safe, feeling grounded in this body. This is my body. This is my life, my body. This is my life here on planet Earth. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid to be myself. I'm not afraid for people to see me. I'm not afraid for people to judge me. I'm not afraid of anything about being human. I'm not afraid of the future. I'm not afraid to be me. Even if that is an unloved person, for whatever reason. Like you really have to just really love who you are. Even if the rest of the world doesn't know how, you can know how. You can love you. You can be here with you. You can take ownership of this life. You can come on down and be a full part of this life, a full part of your body, and not avoid it, okay? So seeing your feet on the ground is important. Even like giving yourself in a visualization experience, or if you can't visualize, in an emotional experience. You just choose to feel what it feels like to have cold feet, or what it feels like to have feet on fire. Like, oh crap, I'm walking on hot coals. Oh my God, my feet are freezing. Okay. You might not even have to think too hard if you have cold feet, but you pay attention. You move your eyeballs down onto your toes and into your feet. You feel your feet in your shoes, or your feet in your socks, or your feet in your slippers, or your bare feet on the bare cold floor. And you feel your feet, and you feel good to have feet. Feel good to have feet. You have feet on the ground. You can have feet in an ocean. You have feet on hot coals. You can have feet in the lava. You have feet. But the point is to have feet. And to have your energy going down into your feet, which you're acknowledging exist. And that you're standing on the ground, and that you're grounded in this month of December. Any of the impressions, we're letting those go. We're letting go of the stress because we're feeling joy in the relationship with ourselves. We love ourselves enough to care about ourselves, to be present, to let the flow happen in our intestines. That is this healthy thing, an oxygenated, exercised thing. And it's all about the movement of emotions and self-love that helps things flow, okay? Feet on the ground. I love myself enough to take ownership of my life, and I'm grounded in my life no matter what comes. I have me, and I love me. Okay. Thank you so much for this, being a part of this with me. I hope this helps you out. I know it will help you out. Come revisit this as often as you want, even years into the future. I guarantee just a refresh on this will be helpful. If you need help from me personally, come visit me at my website. I'd be happy to do energy work for you, share wisdom. You can book a session at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.